Hey everyone, before we get started with this video, I just wanted to let y'all know of a new affiliate program that I'm a part of with Strikehold. They sent me this aerosol can, cleaner, protectant, lubricant, as well as this spray bottle of the same formula. They also sell marine formula spray lubricant, a cleaner, protectant as well. You can visit their website, strikehold.com. My affiliate link is down below on this video and each subsequent video after this one on the Craftsman. And just a quick brief on their website. Strikehold's a fast-acting, penetrating compound that cuts through dirt, rust, corrosion, quickly getting into metal parts that have become frozen or encrusted. It provides a long-lasting dry lubricant which reduces friction. It helps dry out wet electrical gears and other water-sensitive parts, and will actually improve electrical performance by cleaning and protecting contacts and internal parts, including circuitry and connections. So it has a lot of pluses to it, being a cleaner, protectant, and lubricant. If you want to try it out, feel free to go down to my affiliate link down below. We used it on this Craftsman, which you'll see in the video, on the drive pulleys, or the idler pulleys for the drive gear, and it worked out really well. Freed up those stuck pulleys and drove great after that. So let's go ahead and get started with the Craftsman. I just wanted to let y'all know about the Strikehold affiliate program that I'm a part of. Feel free to support them and support me by clicking the link down in the description below. Let's get started.
This is an Ellis Mowers and Mower small engine repair. Stay connected on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. Comments or questions? Leave them below or email me, ellis@ellismowers.com. Parts used in today's repair are found using the links in the description below. And as always, like and subscribe for more small engine content.
On today's small engine repair, we have a Craftsman DYS4500. This is the 26 horsepower Kohler 54-inch cut. Big Craftsman lawn tractor here, so that's kind of neat. Got it on a trade deal for partial trade with the Cub Cadet LT 1045 that I did the three-part series on, where I ended up switching the engine out at the end. Still running great for the guy. I stay in touch with him, so that's good. But this one right here needs a little bit of help. I'm hoping that we can help it out and get it back going fairly easily here. What is going on that I know of? It is running on one cylinder, and it is also not driving very fast. I think it may be because I have a seized up pulley. I'm hoping that that's all that it is, because if it's a transmission, then we're pretty out of luck here. Let's go ahead and get started on it. We'll solve the engine issue first, and then we're going to take the deck out of it, and we'll see what's going on with the pulleys. So thanks again for watching. If we're not already at 7,500, we're getting really close to 7,500 subscribers. So I thank all of y'all for the support for the channel. Never thought that I'd be at this point in 6.5 years. Some people would think that that'd be slow growth, but hey, y'all watch the videos, comment, like, and subscribe and all that, and it just keeps growing and growing. So I appreciate that as well. Let's get started on this Craftsman. So I've already done the preliminary diagnosis here on this. The right cylinder fires. It only runs on one cylinder. I'm not going to fire it up now because I want to work on it. The left cylinder does not. The wild card in this is like one of those early Kohler carriages. And I don't know when they switched over to the 12-volt ignition coil system that had the recall on it, but I'm hoping that it's not this year. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take off the hood, which is really easy. We're just going to remove the headlights, wires on the plug there. And then this one, you just kind of lift the hood back down and just lift it up. And it comes right off there. We got a myriad of screws and 8 and 10 millimeters to get this cover off. It's got the newish style. It's got the air filter's in okay shape, so that's a good thing. I can still see a lot of yellow on it, so that's fantastic. In terms of getting all the stuff off, you have 2 tins, this screw, an 8mm on the back side, an 8mm on this side. There's an 8mm back here as well. And you have 2 10mm to just take the fuel pump off. I'm going to do that next. There's a spark tester I've been looking for like 3 days. And see, they tried to fix it with a new plug and it didn't work. And we're going to diagnose this bad ignition coil and swap it out. I've taken off all the associated hardware that I mentioned, so let's pull this cover off. Gotta get that fuel line out of the cover right there as well. And are we gonna find rats or, oh no. Oh, we're gonna find this. This is my worst fear. The 12 volt ignition coils. These wires are chewed up too. Man. I guess what I can do, jeez. Oh, that just, ugh. Makes me sad. What I can do is just trace all the wires to make sure that none of them are broken, but they're rough, y'all. I know they make a retrofit kit, and we might have to pull the trigger on that, because that's about like I said, it's about $100 to do, but man. Alright, so let's do this, because these wires literally are disintegrating. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my multimeter, and we're just going to, man. So we're just going to take and see what wires are broken here. We're going to have to put a, man, we're going to have to put a retrofit kit in this, because these wires are just trash. Sad thing is, the rest of the mower's in decent shape. I do have another ignition coil over there, but I don't know if I want to even put it on with this wiring harness mess that this is. So yeah, I'll do some tests of the wires just to make sure there's no broken wires and see what's going on here, and do some decision making. What we're going to do before I even venture into trying to fix the ignition coils and whatnot, I'm going to do a full retrofit kit on this, so that's good. Another plus is it looks like it has a new starter on it, so that's excellent too. I have 2 frozen pulleys on the drive system, which is probably preventing everything from working like it is supposed to, so we're going to take the deck off. Let me get you down here and I'll show you how to do this. You may get lucky and you may just be able to roll the pulley off of the PTO clutch, or roll the belt off of the PTO clutch right here. You have 5 points to take the deck off. 1 right here, 2 in the back. It's the same situation on the other side. And the 5th one, let's see, you may even have to take this right here off as well. This is just another mounting point, but on the other side you have 2 others, this like this and like the one up top here. On the front you have the clip on the other side there as well. So I'm going to take off all of that, and we are going to slide the deck out from under here, and we're gonna see if we can get the drive to work. As long as we can get the drive to work, then I'm comfortable with pulling the trigger on doing the big coil swap here with the wires and whatnot. So let's do it. Pretty easy here, guys. You see I've already got it out. Basically, I just took those clips off. It was 6 clips. You lower these arms down, and then your height adjustment arms on the back there, or your back mounts. Just slide them off. You already slid, this is a electric PTO, so we already slid it off the front pulley. And now we're sliding her out. And let me grab a light. We'll go underneath here. So, oh, bear with me. I'll get this thing on a jack or a lift or something. All right, so now we're underneath the mower. As you can see, we've got pulleys that are seized up right here. Pulley number 1 and pulley number 2. Well, we kind of got that one free. But those 2 pulleys alone are probably enough to prevent everything from turning back here. So everything feels fine back there in the back, so that's good. I wonder if I can get this pulley to turn again. Ugh. I wonder if it just got bound up or something. That's just weird. There we are. They just got bound up for some reason. I don't know why. It's been sitting in the garage ever since I got it. And I drove it in here, so. Maybe just throw a little bit of WD on them. Or some lubricant. And we'll see what's going on with them. There we are. We're a lot better now. So that's good. And let me get up here, crank this thing up, and see if we can drive forward and backward now. So I can already tell you that this is going to run like absolute garbage, but we're going to give it a shot here just so we can see if I got the drive back by doing that. So that's good. The drive is back. I knew the deck was fine. We just got to get that sorted out with the coil. With the, like I said, with the trashed wiring on this, I'm not really interested in trying to swap an ignition coil onto this because it's just going to be terrible. I do have a parts mower out there that has a good 26 horsepower Kohler on it, but we're not going to do that. So I'm going to get the Kohler retrofit kit for this, and I wonder if I can submit a warranty claim or something along those lines, if I can get it like that, or a recall claim. I'll research that. I'll let you know what I find. But really, after that, once we can get this running good, this thing will be ready to go. didn't really need a lot of work. I knew it didn't need a lot of work coming in. So while we're waiting on that retrofit kit, I am going to throw some of the Strikehold stuff on those seized pulleys underneath. This right here, we're going to try it out. It's a cleaner lubricant protectant. I have a link down in the description below to the affiliates program that I'm a part of for this. We're going to give it a shot though. So I think these pulleys just got seized up because of dirt. So what I'm just going to do is spray a little bit of this Strikehold stuff onto those pulleys. Right there. Got to put it in the spray position to do that. I'm going to spray it right there. Probably getting a little drip on y'all. Spray it on top too. And what this is going to do is free it up a little bit better. We're just going to turn and twist that a little bit. Look how free that one already is. So that's excellent. We're already getting better and better and better. So again, that Strikehold stuff is in the affiliates. Their affiliates link is down below if you find this interesting. Made in the USA. We don't see that a lot anymore, so that's excellent. So that will help preserve these pulleys, these drive pulleys, for a little bit longer to not have that issue that we were having, which is excellent. So the ignition coil kit has come, which is excellent. And this is going to be the part number. I will put it in the description below. Again, it's around $120 or so to do this, but if this is going to give me the peace of mind that the quality of the repair is going to be good on this machine and that it's going to go out and live a good life after this. So what we have, again, I showed y'all these wires right here are just horrendous. So that's another main reason to get rid of this. We're going to eliminate all of this basically. So I'm going to read the instructions. I'm just going to get it on here and show y'all what needs to happen after the fact. I'll explain to y'all so that save time and give y'all a good instructional how-to as to do this, and then hopefully we'll yield good results here next. So these instructions could be a little bit better, but you can get by with this. This is the new mock setup, so to speak. Move that out of the way for the moment. So you take your white wire before you get to this is be on the left side of the machine, or if you're looking at it from the front, it's going to be on the right. Take the white wire that's coming out from this white and red wire setup here. It says cut it as close to this MDI ignition terminal, splice it in, and then you just run these two white wires over there. You plug your spark plugs in, or your spark plug boots in. This, they just say kind of tie it up with zip ties and whatnot. What I'm actually going to do, just because this is in such poor condition, I could just get rid of the anti-backfire solenoid, but if I want to keep it in, what I'm going to do is actually cut the wire right around here. I'm going to see if I can run it across over here. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of like a pigtail or something along those lines to add right here. This whole wiring situation is just terrible. This ground wire doesn't serve, from what I can tell, any purpose anymore. This green wire, nor does the white wire. The only wires that are serving any purpose anymore are these red wires for the anti-backfire solenoid. So that's all I'm going to run. I'm going to get rid of all of this other mess here because we don't need it anymore, and it can just cause issues because of how rough it is. I'll show you the finished setup of the wiring. I'm going to keep working on it. It should only be a couple more minutes, and we will do what we need to do here in order to make everything run good here in just a second, hopefully. Also, one other thing, remember to gap your ignition coils correctly. I put them in, and then looks like I may have a little bit too big of a gap right here on one side, but you want to get them to around 10,000, so you can use a feeler gauge or a business card in order to do that. So this thing should run a whole lot better here in just a second. So there's that disastrous wiring pigtail that I should no longer need. The only thing I had to do, because again the green wire on this is the ground wire for the 12-volt coils. The red wire, or actually the white wire, is I guess the lead between the two, and the red wire is the power wire. Now the red wire, you can almost get rid of all of this, but the problem is the red wire also powers the anti-backfire solenoid. So what I have done here to clean things up, this green wire is the ground for that solenoid. Here's the white wire. I've put a couple of zip ties on the intake manifold here. The white wire just plugs in to the old harness, goes, the 2 lead one goes on this side, and the 1 lead goes on this side, or the 1 wire plug goes on this side. Your red wire, all I did was splice that as close as I could to the 3-pin connector where there was still good wiring, spliced it into just the main harness, and that way I can get rid of all of that. So what I'm going to do, I'll throw the air filter on it before I put the engine cover on, just to make sure I've done everything correctly. I'm going to crank it up, and we're going to see if we have 2 cylinders worth of action here on this machine. I am going to check the spark plug too, because they did put a new spark plug in. I just want to make sure that it's the right one for this machine as well, and we'll see what we can do after that. Hopefully we have a good running 2-cylinder lawn tractor next. Hopefully what I showed y'all works here. Let's crank it up and see if it's running on 2 cylinders. The spark plug is brand new on this side, so it should run. It's wet, so it just didn't have any spark. So let's see. So it's not throttling down anymore. I think it's, let's see. So I'm going to do the old school 1-cylinder test here. We're going to throttle it down some. And all I did there was take this screw, throttle screw right here. I'm going to take this lead off to make sure that it's working like it should, or to make sure this cylinder fires. Okay, do the opposite. I can hear them on a Briggs all the time. I just have a hard time hearing if they're both firing on these. And they are. It's just the Kohlers are just have a different sound to them. That I honestly have a hard time hearing, so. Better at idle. It does have a small exhaust leak on this bottom. But honestly, these Kohlers are never known for them being extremely quiet. All the ones that I have on like 0 turns and what are pretty loud. So good news is the main issue that we've got here is fixed, and this mower really just needs a good wash now. I am also going to see if I can fix this right here when it comes to the deck height adjuster. The blade's already sharpened. I can grease the deck on it, and that may be it after we give it a good cleaning here. I'll put the cover back on, give it a good cleaning, fix this. I think we're done, guys. All the tires are holding air. I'll grease the front end up. Doesn't really have any big toe out issues or anything like that, so we're in pretty good shape, I think. So I'll give you a quick synopsis of what I end up doing after I wash everything and make sure everything's good on it, and we'll be done here in just a minute. So I've got it in the garage, but look at what a little shine juice does to this thing. It's brought it back and makes it look really, really good. Just a little bit of ATF. I went the extra mile and took the lens off, and looks a lot better too. The only thing I've got going on wrong here is just that little chunk of the hood is missing. There's a dent right here in the hood, and that's really all. Cosmetically, that's about all that's wrong with it. I used to really not like doing shine jobs just because it makes it look, I don't know if it looks tacky or you're trying to cover up something, but I'm sure people like it. So we're trying it with the John Deere X300 that I did, and this. The seat, actually, considering, is not that bad. A lot of times these are completely separated from the backing and are just ripped to shreds. So the seat's not too bad. The deck's a little faded, but in terms of like doing the main part of the mower, we did, it makes a big difference. What I'm going to do, I already cut my backyard with it and everything. It did great. The only negative on these is that the anti-scout wheels sit kind of low on them, and they don't necessarily sit really low. It's just the way that the deck is. It seems to like try and catch on a bunch of different things. So you have to be kind of careful when you're using it. But if you're getting wide swaths of grass done at one time with a mower that I'm going to list for $850, can you really complain? I mean, it's got a 26 horse Kohler in it. I put brand new coils in it, the whole $120, $130 coil kit. That way this thing will run reliably for whoever buys it for hopefully years to come. Just have to worry about the front end and things along those lines. Normal post-2006 AYP, DYS, YS, YT Craftsman style problems. But it works great. Let me sit y'all over here. I do need to give y'all a little bit of a ride. You can see that it's really, really busy. You just saw the John Deere. You just saw the Skag. This is all within like 2 days of each other, finishing all these. So we're getting things cranked out here, guys. does have a small exhaust leak on the right cylinder, I believe. Let's ride. And the blades. It's a little bit slow to take off, but we did a little bit of work on some pulleys down there. Used some of that Strikehold stuff. It's a little bit slow, a little bit rough on the idle, but Hydra has good pickup. It just seems like it's a little slow on the engagement process. But yeah, so you see it's working good, the front end is relatively aligned too, so we'll drive her back over into the down to the bottom here, and we'll finish this video out. Again, I cut the whole backyard with this. It did a great job. So I don't really have any complaints about the mower. I double checked the drive system down there. Worst case, you have to put a pulley or two on it, but I think it's fine. It's a little slow to respond whenever you just mash the mess out of it, but what wouldn't be? So we'll finish this video up here in just a second. So we're done with everything that we're going to do on camera. I may have to throw a drive belt on it, which is fairly easy. I think I've done that before on a couple of these machines. Nothing really different. Really easy to do on these AYP machines. I think that's why it's kind of a little laggy on the pedal, because I think the belt's slipping a little bit. I should have a belt here that'll fit right on it, hopefully. I've done many of these machines and should have belts just ready to rock and roll. Either way, I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what y'all think about the shine job. I think it's a little tacky, but it makes it look a lot better than the stains that the abrasive cleaners can sometimes put on these machines whenever I clean them really good. So yeah, that's it for this. I really do thank y'all for watching this video, and hope y'all enjoyed the journey of fixing this Craftsman, and more specifically the ignition coil kit and all the other little things, just to get it back to where it is worthy to be sold and going to be reliable for the next customer. So thanks again, and I'll catch y'all on the next video, and thanks for all the support throughout the years. A lot more content coming on the channel. It's getting pretty busy around here, so take care, guys. I'll see you on the next one.